Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Lakers are moving the NBA market and star Anthony Davis asked for a great center to be hired, and coach JJ Redick spoke about the need to have a big, rebound-catching center. But will it be worth giving up Rui Hachimura to bring in a great center? Rumors: Lakers are hiring a rebounding machine. The Los Angeles Lakers' acquisition of former Brooklyn Nets forward Dorian Finney-Smith surprised a lot of people and is expected to have significant ripple effects around the NBA. More trades are likely to go down in the following weeks, more so because the Nets have several more pieces they can use to bring back more assets. Los Angeles is also probably not done yet. With Finney-Smith in tow, the team now has difficult roster and rotation decisions to make. It's still unclear what its exact plans are, but it makes sense to deploy the 3-and-D standout in the starting lineup to take on the toughest defensive assignment and space the floor for LeBron James and Anthony Davis. That means Rui Hachimura could be relegated to the bench, where he would have to fight for minutes with Cam Reddish and the soon-returning Jared Vanderbilt and Christian Wood. It's worth noting that the Lakers have a hole at center. So, perhaps their next trade partner should be the Charlotte Hornets. A Hachimura-Richards swap would be beneficial for both teams. One of the players the Hornets could look to ship before the trade deadline is Nick Richards. The center has been productive for the squad, especially during Mark Williams' extended stint on the injury list. However, his time in Charlotte has to come to an end because the team can't hide his weakness anymore. Besides, Moussa Diabate looks ready to take on his role as the backup big. The Lakers had already been linked to Richards before. And while it appeared unwise for the Hornets to act on the rumored interest at the time, things are vastly different now. Charlotte needs another potential offensive weapon, and Hachimura might be able to fit the bill. His numbers don't stand out that much, as he is recording just 12.5 points per game this season, a couple of decimal points below his career average. However, his 45.2% shooting from three-point range leads all Lakers players, and his offensive rating of 120 is the highest, tied with Davis, among the starters. In the event that the Hornets do acquire Hachimura, the coaching staff would have the option of using him in the second unit or putting him in the starting lineup, replacing Josh Green or Miles Bridges. Either way, that could help address the club's bench woes. There are several pathways to a Hachimura-Richards swap, and it would require Charlotte to let go of another player, such as Cody Martin or Grant Williams, to match salaries. That likely wouldn't be a problem for the organization if it meant finding a needed roster reinforcement and a potential cornerstone. Lakers can't forget about Anthony Davis's request after Dorian Finney-Smith trade. The Los Angeles Lakers have finally taken action and completed a move that should greatly improve the quality of the rotation. With 2025 just around the corner, Rob Pelinka completed a trade to bring one of the most versatile defenders in the NBA, Dorian Finney-Smith, to Los Angeles. It was a welcome display of awareness by a front office that opted for dormancy during the offseason, but there's still an Anthony Davis-sized problem to resolve. Davis asked the Lakers in September of 2023 to improve the depth at center to enable him to play more minutes at the four. He followed up a year later, reiterating his hope that Los Angeles would add a player who could help him down low. Unfortunately, 15 months after he first submitted his request, Davis is still searching for the support he asked the Lakers to provide him with. Finney-Smith should make Davis's job easier as a versatile defender who can switch against virtually any player on the court. For as crucial as his addition should prove to be, however, the Lakers still need help at the center position. There are fewer resources to utilize after sending D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-rounders to Brooklyn, but that doesn't change the Lakers' daunting reality. Lakers still need a center who can help Anthony Davis. Los Angeles is 18-13, sitting at 5th in the Western Conference and seemingly trending upward. It's won 6 of its past 8 games, as well as 5 of its last 6, with 3 different players leading the team in scoring during that time. For as impressive as that is, the Lakers' most disruptive flaw hasn't changed, and it's fair to state that the current personnel lacks what's necessary for true improvement. Los Angeles currently ranks number 20 in offensive rebounds allowed per game. It's also number 21 in second chance points permitted, number 27 in opponent points in the paint, and number 23 in second chance points scored per contest. Each of those rankings reflects what Lakers fans have known for multiple seasons: if Davis isn't protecting the rim or either preventing or creating second chances, no one is. Los Angeles's postseason fate in recent seasons has revealed how detrimental the lack of depth at center truly is. The Lakers have lost 8 of their past 9 playoff games, all of which were played against Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is unstoppable regardless of who's defending him, but he's simply the most high-profile name in a long line of 250-plus-pound centers who routinely have their way against Los Angeles. Finney-Smith should help limit the frequency with which teams create successful dribble penetration, thus allowing Davis to spend more time protecting the rim. Unfortunately, the fact remains that the Lakers get bullied down low on a regular basis due to the simple lack of a heavier big to take on those physical challenges. It's unclear what options remain after the Lakers parted with the most attractive trade assets they're known to be willing to move, but the need for improvement at center remains. Lakers trade development signals Rob Pelinka's stance. It's old news now, but the Lakers made a trade at Rob Pelinka's hands. While this season likely included a roster shift for the purple and gold, Pelinka's recent history gave reason to believe he could go another season without making a move. That speculation will now be put to bed with the D'Angelo Russell-Ferdorian Finney-Smith trade on Sunday. Pelinka pulled the trigger, and with the ball rolling, he likely will pull it a second time. Lakers trade development signals Rob Pelinka's stance. Lakers GM Rob Pelinka showing his cards in recent trade move. In moving on from Russell, the Lakers get rid of the $18 million he carried and his wildly inconsistent production. Beginning the year as a starter and then moving to the bench, Russell couldn't get it going like he showed last season when he recorded a Lakers season record in three-point shots made. This season was vastly different, as he shot just 33% from 3 and 41% from the field. The NBA is still over a month away from the February 6 deadline. Pelinka's decision to initiate a trade this early signals that he will likely make another. It also shows that he realizes where LeBron James is in his career and how well he and Anthony Davis are playing. To waste another year would be to put a final stamp on his GM tenure in Los Angeles. When the December 15th mark hit, making the majority of the league's players available for trade, the Lakers were predicted to wait until the back half of January or right before the deadline. Apparently, Pelinka saw that differently and got the chips moving just before the new year rang in. Trading for a reliable 3-and-D player in Finney-Smith was a valuable move on Pelinka's part. The Lakers have suffered tremendously guarding the perimeter this season. Finney-Smith is a significant upgrade from Russell in that regard. Turning the attention to the paint. Now, the attention turns to filling in a wanting need in the paint. Davis has played outstanding basketball since day one. Christian Koloko has filled in nicely in the absence of Jackson Hayes, Jared Vanderbilt, and Christian Wood. However, he has the potential to become even better with some time spent developing in the G League. Suffice it to say, the Lakers need a significant upgrade behind AD, and that is more likely than not the next trade Pelinka will target. Who's next? It was reported that the Lakers could have traded for heavily linked Washington Wizards center Jonas Valanciunas in early December. Whether Pelinka returns for another look remains to be seen. Still, Valanciunas remains on the Lakers' radar, but competition for the big man will be heavy. That being said, the Wizards have made it known that Valanciunas would be available for second-round picks, and the Lakers just released 3 of their own in the D'Lo trade. How many more Pelinka would be willing to give up is uncertain. With some valuable first-rounders available to him, Pelinka might use one or two of those instead on someone else. The Nets' Cameron Johnson is another name linked to the Lakers, and he would likely require a first-round pick. More prominent star names are also out there, rumored to be linked with the Lakers. For instance, Jimmy Butler and Zach LaVine are on that name list. However, neither helps the Lakers in the center position. Pelinka is presumably keeping tabs on the likes of Robert Williams III, Nikola Vucevic, Walker Kessler, Miles Turner, or Brook Lopez. Any of these players would require at least 2 players plus a first-rounder at the very least in return. But Pelinka can't stow, he has to finish what he started over the weekend. Expect the Lakers to look quite different in the coming weeks.